And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from Ultimate8 Clan Recording Studios, it's time for Ultimate News!
All right, how's it going? And welcome to Ultimate News, presented by Ultimate Fight Clan. Thanks very much, Grant, for seeing us in. Today, I'm going to have a chat about the Fighting Spirit Film Festival, which takes place this weekend, the 13th and 14th of September, at the Hackney Picturehouse. It actually all kicks off on the Friday evening, though. Actually, all kicks off on the Friday evening. So before I go through the schedule, let's have a look at the poster for the event. Okay, here's the poster for the event. This is the 10th anniversary of the Fighting Spirit Film Festival. And it's a really, really nice poster. Nice original artwork. We like that. So that's nice. It's got all this sakura and petals and stuff. Very martial arts based. And yeah, it's really, really nice. Tells you there the dates. Tells you it's 10th anniversary. Fighting Spirit Film Festival. Lovely poster. Lovely artwork. Very, very striking. Now let's go to the artist for this. Here's the Instagram page for the artist for the poster. Qui-Gon Love. Claudia Botero. Art about martial arts and some psychology, Buddhism and Taoism. Relieve stress and meditate while colouring martial arts. So if you scroll down, you'll see that she paints and draws and creates artwork. And it looks like almost all of it is based around Kung and martial arts. So there you go. Absolutely brilliant. So that's the artist for the poster. There you go. There's a post about the poster. So if you want to find out more about the artist for the poster, then you can go to the Instagram account, Qui-Gon Love. All right, so that's the poster. Let's move on now to the schedule and what takes place over the weekend. Okay, so it all kicks off on Friday, the 12th of September at 6 p.m. with a breakthrough workshop with Nathan Gearing. Now, if anybody does watch this channel, then they're going to know who Nathan is. I've had him on multiple times, and we've discussed many things from his filmmaking career and the stint he did at the Jackie Chan action camp. And we've become really good friends over the last year or two. So absolutely brilliant. Pleased to hear that he's part of the event. Have fun learning Nathan's unique style of breakdance and kung fu. This will take place at the Tottenham Community Sports Centre. To book a place, then you email S. And the email address is there if you want to book a place. Let's take a look at the poster for the event. All right, here's the poster for Nathan's Breakthrough Workshop. Fighting Spirit Film Festival presents Breakthrough Workshop with award-winning filmmaker, martial artist Nathan Gearing. He's got the snake there going on. And then you can see to the left and right of him, he's doing breakdancing moves. So he's combining the two things. Have fun learning Nathan's unique style of breakdance and kung fu. The Tottenham Community Sports Centre. It's got the address there, date 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and the email address should you wish to book a space. But this guy is absolutely brilliant. He knows exactly what he's doing. Hold on. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's real at Kung and he's real at breakdancing. So, you know, what more do you want? I mean, who on earth creates their own Kung Fu style? Well, Nathan does. So if you want to learn some of it or find out a bit more about it, well, you can do on Friday. So continuing with the schedule, Saturday, 13th of September, 10:45 a.m. Short films in competition, part 1. Short films of screening will be showing a mix of fiction and documentaries, all produced by filmmakers from around the world. Whether you like traditional kung fu, modern hard-hitting action, or real-life stories, there'll be something for you. Then it lists the films in the section. Obviously, I'm not going to read them all out, but there is a tribute to Richard Norton as well, and I'm massively interested in that. The late, great Richard Norton, there's a tribute to him there. But, like I said, I'm not going to read all these films out. So if you do want to learn more about the short films, then I suggest that you go to the Fighting Spirit Film Festival Instagram page, which is just at Fighting Spirit Film Festival. And here it is. And if you scroll down a bit, go down to where you see Nathan's Breakthrough. and you'll start to see, there you go, short number 1, a tribute to Richard Norton, tells you who made the film. So it's got the director there and it's got the synopsis there. And if you go through, there'll be clips, trailers, and you can find out everything you need to know about these short films. Short number 2, short number 3, short number 4, short number 5, and so on. So it's very well done, very well laid out, and you can find out everything you need to know about all the shorts that will be playing. And as I say, that's on Fighting Spirit Film Festival's Instagram page at Fighting Spirit Film Festival. Last year, these short films, now loads of them were about food and fighting over food, arguing and fighting over food. I don't know what it was all about, but it seemed to be a very popular theme last year. So let's hope they've got that subject out of the system for this year's ones. I'm really looking forward to a tribute to Richard Norton. Now, I have to say, it is really enjoyable watching these short films. There's so many different things in there, as it states. There's so many different variants, and they're really enjoyable to watch. 2:40 p.m. Project Sifu, a short film and documentary directed by Wayne Wong. Amid rising concerns over youth violence in the UK, Project Sifu follows a unique pilot initiative that merges martial arts training with action filmmaking to empower young people through creativity, discipline, and cultural exchange. So the interesting thing here, co-created by film scholar Dr. Wayne Wong and Fighting Spirit Film Festival co-founder Sue Cole. So congratulations on this short film documentary. Very interested to see this. The good thing here is this is a free screening. You can just show up and watch this. Absolutely brilliant. Can't wait to see what that's all about. Moving on. 4:25 p.m. Seek. Now, this, as it states here, was a short film at last year's Fighting Spirit, and the director and star, Kane Kasugi, has made it into a feature film for this year's event. So that'd be brilliant to see. Now, if you don't know who he is and you don't, you might recognize the name Kasugi, Kane Kasugi, right? Kane's dad is Sho Kasugi, 80s ninja star. 9 Deaths of the Ninja, Pray for Death, Black Eagle with Van Damme, Rage of Honor, Enter the Ninja, Revenge of the Ninja. Any of those films ring a bell? I'm sure they do. Well, this film has the son of Sho Kasugi in it. And actually, Kane Kasugi did appear. He had some roles in some of these films as well. His old 80s ninja films with his dad. Best one there, though. Got to be Enter the Ninja in it because, well, Franco Nero in it. Best. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Then we've got the feature film of one of the feature films of the evening, 6:40 p.m. Operation Condor, Armour of God 2, Jackie Chan film, plus wicked bonus that got announced recently, the Q&A with Vincent Lin, who has a fight with him in the wind tunnel at the end. They always have like a major film. To me, this is the major film. This is why the Saturday for me is the day, because it has this film, Armour of God 2. Now, what I am going to say about Armour of God 2, let's just have a quick chat about Armour of God 2. I was never massively into Armour of God 2, especially after the first one, because I was really a big fan of Armour of God 1, the original. I loved that film. That was one that I saw at the cinema, at the Metro Cinema. And yeah, I used to love that film. Rented it out many a time, then bought the VHS X rental and used to watch that film over and over again. It was quite a number of years later that Armour of God 2 turned up, and I never hated it, but I also never watched it loads. It didn't have the same impact on me. The first time I watched Armour of God 2 was a bootleg vid. I remember Rick Baker telling us, there's just a few of us, there's only a handful of us, 3 or 4 of us, saying, come down to Chung's Chinese restaurant on New Oxford Street, which was run by a guy called Louis, and watch Armour of God 2. We got hold of a copy of it, and we went downstairs and watched it on a small 14-inch CRT TV, and that's what it was all about back then. And the quoll was the crustiest, dustiest quoll ever. Crusty, yellow quoll. And I'm telling you now, this film, Armour of God 2, it's dusty anyway. It's all shot in the desert and sand and dust anyway. And this made it even worse. The qual was terrible, but there you go. It was what it was all about. Now, the thing about this film, if we take a look at what it says here, Sahara Desert. Building on part one, Operation Condor is lavish, internationally shot adventure. There's the first thing. Now, I know that Armour of God, the original, was shot in Yugoslavia, I believe. But this whole, when they started to shoot these films internationally, so you had, Wheels and Mills was another one, right? Shot in Spain. I mean, I always prefer the ones that are Hong Kong based, Hong Kong sets, Hong Kong scenery, Hong Kong locations. That's the best stuff. So that was the first thing, that this was completely different. It doesn't actually look like a Hong Kong film. So that was the first thing that used to impact me of this film. Was like, what is this Jackie Chan film? It doesn't look like Police Story, for example. It says here as well, less esoteric comedy. Now, I believe that means that the comedy in normal Hong Kong films or typical Hong Kong films of that time is geared towards that particular audience, the Asian audience. It says here, comedy for a wider international audience. Now, I was used to watching Hong Kong films, Chinese films, so I like the comedy. I had no issue with the comedy. And this wider international audience style comedy in Armour of God 2, I didn't like. I wasn't a fan of it. It was really, really long-winded. And I didn't really like the comedy that much in this film. It also says here, over a year in production, the film was epic by typical Hong Kong standards of the day. So there you go. It did look and feel different to the typical Hong Kong films that I was watching and loved. I remember this at the time, going hugely over time and budget, and then Chan's taking a backseat from directing. So that is another problem with this film. It stopped Chan being involved in every single aspect of the film. It says there it stopped him directing for a few years. So I don't dislike this film, but what I will say is that I am looking forward to seeing it at the cinema, which is how it should be seen. Yeah, I've seen the Blu-ray. I haven't seen the 4K. They've released that. It does say here presented in a new restoration from a 4K master by 88 Films. So I am looking forward to seeing this as it should be seen in its epic form at the cinema. So I'm now going to see, although I've seen Armour of God 2 before, and like I said, I have recently rewatched it when it came out on Blu-ray, but I am definitely interested in seeing it on the big screen at the cinema, and we'll see. And of course, the main thing here, though, is the Q&A with Vincent Lin. That should be brilliant. So there you go, Armour of God. Moving on, 9 p.m, Blade. Okay, look, it's not a Kung to me, this, but that's all right. No problem. I probably won't stay to watch this film. I have seen it before when it came out. Did I see it at the cinema? Can't remember. Definitely watched it on DVD. Didn't hate it. I actually thought it was quite a good film for a Wesley and for a non-Kung. It was the second one that had Donnie Yen in it, wasn't it? So there you go. 1998 Blade stood out immediately from the usual comic book adaptations and quickly became a cult classic. It was Marvel's first successful film. Well, I'll tell you one thing's for sure. It's a damn sight better than current Marvel films. You know what I mean? This is actually all right. So that is the final feature film for this Saturday night. Is Blade, Wesley Snipes. But I can't complain because I've got Jackie Chan Hong Kong era film before it. So it's a bit of something for everyone there. Now we move on to the Sunday. Short films in competition part 2. So we know what that is. We've just gone through that on the part 1. It's just more short films. And it's got a list of all of them here. And it tells you the titles of all the films. But let's not forget, if you want to know more detail about these films and everything you want to know about and the synopsis and who made them and who's in them, then go to the Instagram page as I showed you. So more short films. And I have to say, these short films, because they're so varied, unless it's about fighting over food like last year's ones. Look, there was other ones, but I'm just saying there was a lot of food fighting in last year's ones. They are so varied. There's so many different types of films. It's really, really interesting to sit and watch them. And they really do burst through them. It's like next, 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 next. next. So it's good. This short film's part 2. This one here. I must discuss this. I must talk about this one here. Saskia, the Hong Kong action years. Now that one piqued my interest for sure. So if we have a look at that one in particular, something that's very, very, very interesting to me. Saskia Van Rick, sorry, I can't pronounce her name. She's the first queen of kickboxing. She shares her story from the golden era of Hong Kong cinema. So let's have a chat about this documentary. She's in Final Run, 1989. Final Run is directed by Philip Ko. It's got loads of people in it. Simon Yam, Yukari Oshima, Dick Wei, Philip Ko himself, Beardy, Leung Gayan. So think about it from my point of view. This lady, she's hung around with, had interactions with all of these brilliant stars from that era. Hence, this documentary being called Saskia, the Hong Kong action years. Simon Yam, Yukari Oshima, Dick Wei, Philip Ko, Beardy. Philip Ko directed it. So there's got to be some stories there. There's got to be some stories there. She's also in a film called China White. That's 1989, directed by Ronnie Yu. Ronnie Yu directed Postman Strikes Back, Fearless, Legacy of Rage. And Ku Feng is in this film. So again, the associations, the stories that I'm hoping to hear here. Okay, the next film she's in is Fatal Mission, 1991. That's directed by Stephen Yip. Now, this guy, he's in loads of Shaw Brothers films. Shaolin Temple, Heroes 2, Men from the Monastery, New Shaolin Boxers, Brave Archer. Loads. Shaolin Red Master. So he's going to have stories just through being in all of those films. And he directed this film that Saskia was in. This film's got Derek Yee, another Shaw Brothers star, Sibel Hu, Alan Chew from Challenger, Luke, Kung Fu versus Yoga, proper Kung blokes, and Ponsam Shi, Shadow of the Tigers, Snake in the Monkey's Shadow. So what I'm saying is, look at all these amazing people she's been around and associated with. There must be some stories to tell. There must be. I really want to see this one, but I don't think I'm going on a Sunday, so I'm going to miss it. But this documentary, Saskia, the Hong Kong action years, that is of massive, massive interest to me. So I'm looking forward to seeing that when I get a chance to see it. But anyone who's going on a Sunday, do not miss that. You're into the Kungs, you've watched this channel, you're into the Kungs. That to me is one not to miss. Okay, let's move on. The next film, Super Courier, Timur Bakhtabayev. Maybe I've pronounced that right or not. Timur Bakhtabayev. Now, I do remember Kung Fu Rookie. That was the one that was like Rumble in the Bronx. Now, this guy is definitely a show of affection. That film was a show of affection to Jackie Chan and Hong Kong films. And this one, Super Courier, this is his next film. So again, I think this is an interesting one. What is also brilliant, it says here, it will be preceded by the short film Tiger Cop. Now, Tiger Cop is directed by Adrian Castro. That, it's got Richard Norton in it. And I'm telling you now, it's brilliant. That is a real ode to Hong Kong movies of the golden era. It's got the sound effects. It's got the type of humor. It's brilliant. I suggest that if you're going to watch, if you're there on a Sunday and you're going to watch Super Courier at 3:10 p.m., don't get in there late. Definitely get in there to watch this film, Tiger Cop. It's not a film. It's a short. It's only short, but it's really good. Really, really good. Recommend that one. The next one, Kung Fu Games at 5:40 p.m. Q&A with Mark Strange. Always good to have Q&As with the people that are in these films. So that is a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant bonus. Mark Strange, he's in Ingers. Look, he's in Twins Effects, The Medallion, and Ip Man 4. So we're talking about Jackie Chan and Donnie Yen. So chats are needed with him. It's brilliant that people like Mr. Strange, that they're making Kung still and keeping it all going. Respect. So that's an interesting one. Definitely interested in seeing that. Next on the schedule, 8 p.m. short film awards ceremony. So when you watch these films, they give you a little piece of paper, and what you do is you write down your favorite one, and then there's an award ceremony, and they give out awards for best this and best that or whatever. So absolutely brilliant, fantastic for the filmmakers. Really, 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 really brilliant. Continuing on, the last feature film of the weekend, 8:40 p.m. Gunner. Now, look, I don't know anything about this film, but it does tell you about this film here. Best known for reviving the Kickboxer franchise, director Dimitri Logothetis presents his latest film, Gunner. It's quite a Powers one because it's got Freeman in it. So I don't know anything about the film, but it's obviously a Powers feature film, and it's preceded by the short film 99%. So that is the end of the schedule. That's the 10-year anniversary of the Fighting Spirit Film Festival. Starts on Friday the 12th and continues over the Saturday and Sunday the 13th and 14th. That's the 10-year anniversary. Now, I'd like to say thank you to the organisers of the event. Look, I don't know them all, but Sue Cole, Wenyu, S and Claire from the Tottenham Community Centre that is putting on Nathan's event, they're always there, and Will Blake as well. Brilliant. Thank you very much. I love it that people take the time and effort to organise events like this. It's such a great platform for people to be able to show the stuff they've been working on. And there's always some feature films to watch as well. I mean, last year, we watched My Young Auntie there. I mean, the Shaw Brothers Pops Laugalern film. Brilliant to see that on the big screen. And this year, I'm going to get to see Armour of God 2, Jackie Chan. So it's brilliant. It's a home for creative people to air their creativity, and that is fantastic. Now, I've only been to the last two, but both are brilliant fun for me, and that is what it's all about, having fun. It's a friendly atmosphere where like-minded people can meet and chat about the passion that they share, martial arts and action cinema. And it's great because you'll be sitting in the cinema watching a load of short films with the people that created them and starring them. You'll get the opportunity to meet them as well. They have a bit where you can take photos and you can have a chat to these people about it. I mean, it's a very, what do I call it, a unique opportunity. Now, they say that it's a film festival that's inspiring, promoting, connecting, recognizing and supporting through martial arts and action in film. And you can't argue with that sentiment, can you? And that is exactly what it is. Oh, and to top it all off, Kung Fu Ricky Baker, he's got a merchandise stall there, so it's worth going just for that. Rick, I'll see you there. If you watch this channel, again, you'll know who Rick Baker is. He's big in the Kung community world. He's been on the channel multiple times. I've known him for donkey's years, so always look forward to seeing Rick. He was there last year as well. Look, it's a fantastic event. And thank you again to Sue and the team for continuing to put it on for everybody. Much appreciated. Now, if you want to know more, then you can visit their website and socials. Their website is fightingspiritfilmfestival.com. Instagram is at Fighting Spirit Film Festival. X is FS Film Festival. YouTube at Fighting Spirit 5142. Facebook, Fighting Spirit Film Festival. And you can email them as well, info at fightingspiritfilmfestival.com. Maybe you've got a short film that you want to let them know about. So you can do that, you see. Brilliant. Look, that's it for this edition of Ultimate News from Ultimate Fight Clan. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later. Nice one.